welcome to my NFL Hot Takes, a channel where I spew on about random opinions I have regarding the NFL. If you have any sort of thoughts or your own opinions about my opinions, feel free to share them in the comments. Anyways, let's talk about the main subject of the video today, building my all-time 60s offense. So before we start, I have to lay down some rules. No player can be used more than once. Each player that is chosen has to be based on their decade, not their all-time performance. And the format I'm going to use personally is quarterback, running back, three wide receivers, a tight end, and obviously the O-line. Okay, let's get into it. Let's start off with the obvious position here, quarterback. Now, finding a quarterback in the 60s in an already run-dominated NFL, it was a little tricky, but I found a perfect player. So this all-time 60s quarterback is going to be Sonny Ferguson. Why? Looking at the very few QBs in this era, Ferguson had multiple 3K seasons and only two 20-plus interception seasons. Now that sounds like I'm understating it because, 20 interception season, that's going to get you cut from any NFL roster. But come on, it's the 60s. These guys didn't know how to throw. And, I mean, he obviously led Washington to the playoffs multiple times. So, yeah, that's the reason he's going to be my 60s QB. Talk about the elephant in the room, and that elephant being Johnny Unitas. In the same 10 seasons, Ferguson had a significantly better career than Unitas, and less interceptions generally, while also having more playoff appearances. So that's why I personally put Ferguson over Unitas. My opinion, obviously, but I mean, just looking at the teams and what they go through, Ferguson is a better player generally. So moving on, we have a running back, and it's a no-brainer. The guy filling the position is going to be Jim Brown. He was an All-Pro his entire career, including his run in the 60s, having various 1,500-yard seasons while being one of the most consistent backs in the league. I mean, there's no debate. It's undebatable. If you don't have Jim Brown as your all-time backer for the 60s offense, I mean, I have no clue what you're thinking. Okay, so let's talk about our wide receiver core. And the three guys that I think were the best of the best in the already, like I said, run-dominated era are Don Maynard, Lance Allsworth, and last but not least, Bobby Mitchell. In a time of running the ball through the line, there were very few wide receivers that had absolute control of the field in the NFL. But when I say few, I mean there were still some. Particularly Don Maynard. This guy made DBs look lost even when he was right next to them. He bullied these guys until they basically just gave up, and he was Namath's main target, and for a good reason. I mean, that's my number one. Number two, Lance Allsworth. This was a guy who made DBs literally eat his dust. The guy could outrun anyone. He was a threat even if he got the ball at the line of scrimmage. A DB was lucky to catch up to him, and for that reason, he's my number two. And of course, at three, I mean, this was a guy who he was incredible athletically, but he just never he didn't get the same attention that the other guys got from their QB, and that's going to be Bobby Mitchell. He was an incredibly versatile player. I mean, the guy could just line up about anywhere, and you'd get some gain out of him. He's perfect at slot, and I mean, if you need him line up at running back, you'd probably get another 200-yard game out of him, which was something he had. Now let's get into another position that was, let's get into another position that was, it was pretty hard to find, the tight end. During this era, a lot of tight ends were just glorified offensive tackles. However, if asked to make an all-time team, I think John Mackey would definitely be a player that I'd think about putting on that team. I mean, the guy could literally carry an entire defense on his back and get into an end zone. And I mean, if that's already crazy enough, he was a little lighter at tight end, or at the tight end position, weighing less than 230 pounds, which is usually a very, very lightweight for a tight end. So imagine a player who was already less than that. And it didn't show at all. It didn't show that he was weighing less than other tight ends, because he would put on a show. He bulldozed through defenses like it was nothing. Like, imagine a Gronk, but in the 60s. Finally, we get to our 60s offensive line. Starting off with our tackles, there's a very obvious choice. I mean, the guy who made defenses pray that Green Bay's running back was injured, it's Forrest Gregg. He'd use every ounce of his body just to get a block. The guy was a beast. He made players look like they were rag dolls, just moving around where the hell he wanted to. So, our second offensive tackle, it's a guy who's notorious for destroying a goalpost. It's Bob Brown. If you knew who he was, or if you've seen him play like you've seen his film or anything like that, you'd know why defenses were scared of him. He threw guys around like they were dolls. He essentially caused fear in just about every defense they put him on. And it was insane. Moving on to our guards, we have Gene Hickerson. This was a guy who was an absolute wall when on the line. You wouldn't see him be moved often. And he'd keep guys in the exact same spot they lined up until the play was over. He was a beast. He made lanes, Oh, on the other side of the ball, we have another guy who, honestly, very versatile. He was a really fast player, especially for the position. It's Jerry Kramer. And if he had to block someone, he'd put his entire body into it. He bullied the guys on the outside, and defenses know who he was. And it's incredible to see these types of players. And looking at every other player that made it the Hall of Fame, it was insane that this guy didn't, especially since he was exceptional at his position at the time. So, finishing off our 60s offense, and if you've watched to the end of the video, please leave a like and subscribe. It would mean so much, and show me that people actually want to see videos like this. So anyway, our final player is going to be Jim Ringo at center. Now, this was a guy who would open up gaps like it was nothing. The running back could see the line split and a clear path down the center when he's on that field. And when that ball was snapped, he wouldn't stop until the whistle blew. So, all these players are absolutely incredible and rightfully dominated when they were in the league, so much so that they deserve to be on an all-decade team. Let me know if you agree with my choices in the comments. If you didn't, go ahead and explain why. But if you did, I'd appreciate it if you hit the like button and, you know, obviously subscribe, so that you can see when I post my next video. um, Let me tell you, it took a while looking through these players' playstyles with whatever footage I could scrounge her up, because, you know, it's so old. I'm gonna be posting more videos like this. It's gonna be something I want to do, not daily, but, you know, something I want to do often. So if you like this type of content, I recommend you subscribe. That way, you know, you can see more videos like this. Thank you for watching, and have a good day.